So I'll give a quick recap of where we left off a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, Vale had to step away from the campaign. He may fill in briefly between now and when we have someone new join with us. We'll kind of work things out story wise there. But for the time being, if we get to that point and I need anyone to roll something, I'll have one of you guys roll on his behalf for the time being.
Sure.
And then from there, when our new companion joins, we'll slowly get him integrated as well. But last time, we you all had just arrived at Buckle Down Row. You had spoken with Blackjack Mel in regards to the knights competitions and the fighting pits, what the proposed rules were, the various options, and that he had set up a bout with another fighting group somewhere in Buckle Down Row. You had entered a tavern and almost got into a swift bar fight with another group before that occurred. Meanwhile, Tim back in Emberwood Village had encountered some other individuals that may or may not have been associated with the Queensmen, holding up a pilgrim, seemingly associated with the followers of the Falling Fire in Emberwood Village, with the last-minute assistance of an individual you passed along your road on the way here to Drakenheim and Emberwood Village, a Nathaniel Flint. You were able to dispatch the two ruffians, and he gave you some information in regards to their group here in the city, and thanked you for your assistance. Meanwhile, Skrullneck, Cedric, and Georgio, you followed Blackjack Mel down into below the Buckle Down Row, seemingly in the sewers below Buckle Down Row, into a makeshift fighting arena that had been created down there. And you took part against a group calling themselves the Tunnel Snakes, whom you were able to dispatch with relative ease. And at this point, you then proceeded to speak with a gentleman by the name of Christian Lament, a supposed other seemingly higher-ranking member of the Queensmen, and some of his associates, and you followed him back up to one of the bars where you are now, approaching him about potentially some further work with the Queensmen or some of their associated parties. At this point, you sit around a bar table, enjoying some drinks as well as some entertainment in one of their favored bars. What do you do?
So we were following him in. I think we're going to talk to him more about.
Yeah, I'll pull up the map as well so you guys can see.
I think we're going to talk to him about the plan, or not the plan, like some sort of arrangement where we work under him. Is that right?
I don't know if you discussed anything yet. He had mentioned there was some work to be had.
Yeah, I think he meant, like, we were following him, and I think we left off where, like, we were walking into a place where we could sit down and discuss details of the arrangement thing.
Right. Someplace less crowded. Well, now that we're not completely surrounded by the rebel rousing of the pits. What brings you all to Drakenheim? I'm always curious about why people come here. Can't hear you.
Cannot hear you. Brad.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm trying to get Roll20 to. It's not loading for me.
We are, just looking for what any other travelers would, any sort of advancement, gold, fame along the way if it comes up. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Fair enough. It would make sense why you've come to this part of the city, in this part of Westermar.
We met Blackjack Mel, and he kind of told us a little bit about it. It seemed interesting. Grolnick here definitely was interested, obviously, in the idea of some maybe less than good-natured sparring, and so we, came out here to just have some fun, make some money, meet some people.
Well, you are capable fighters. That being said, I'm a little short-handed at the moment. I've been given an opportunity to acquire something of more significance than some renowned in a fighting pit. Something of much greater value to this city. Now, unfortunately, I can't spare any men to go and acquire this item. If you all were to assist me with said venture, I could certainly make it worth your while. But I'll be frank, this is by no means an easy task. And there are potentially other interested parties looking for this item as well. But, with that being said, if you acquire this item for me, there's potentially a sum of 250 gold apiece, and potentially more associations above the rebel rousers like Blackjack Mel. I could certainly bring you into better company in the future.
Sorry, 250 each per?
Yes, 250 apiece at the time of completion and the acquisition of the item and delivery. But I need it done in the next 48 hours. This is a matter of importance. We may not be able to acquire this item if other interested parties are also looking for it.
What's the significance of this item, as you've been referring to?
How familiar are you with the history of this city?
Vaguely. However, we do have knowledge between all of us.
And how familiar are you with the Church of the Sacred Flame, particularly its founding individuals?
I don't know too much about it.
At all, no.
We ain't no shit.
Well, outside of character.
Them in the Silver Order, and
Oh, go ahead.
that was basically at the Silver Order. Some of the priestesses.
Well, to freshen you up a bit, as you don't seem to be of a local standard here, but patron saint of Drakenheim. An individual by the name of Saint Vitruvio. I'm sure you noticed the large cathedral dome as you entered the city. It's quite a large structure inside the walls of Drakenheim. At the moment, it's currently occupied by a large pack of Garmir. Thankfully, that's not where this item is. But it is an item formerly associated with Saint Vitruvio himself, one of his many relics. An item of great importance to the right buyer. We recently came across some information that his scepter, a powerful holy relic, may be in one of the smaller churches and chapels outside the walls of Drakenheim that's significantly easier to acquire. However, no one's been in this structure in many years, so we don't know what may inhibit you from acquiring it. It's not a Horcrux.
That's fucking funny.
It's not a Horcrux.
Where about would this take us? So I know that we have a prior engagement with another group. We're meeting up with them around Templegate. I believe tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or the next day? I can't remember.
I think it's supposed to be tomorrow.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, we're meeting back up with them tomorrow. So if it's in that area, we definitely could look at it. If not, I'm not sure if we'll have it unless we move quickly.
It's southwest of here. So pulling back up the map outside of character here.
Yeah.
Well, inside character, Christian turns and draws a dagger gently from his hip and points at a map on the wall and flings a dagger elegantly against the wall, hitting almost exactly where he wants to point out to you. An area, we have a nice graphical representation of where you guys need to go. Right now, you all are around the spokes area. Is Joe on this? Hold on. I not have that number on there. What the fuck? Alright, well. Thankfully I know where it's at.
Yeah.
He tells you that the cathedral, or the chapel, the smaller chapel, is right here where you see that marker.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure you all are aware that this larger cathedral you can see in the map. For you guys out of character, it's number 11.
Yeah.
That is the Cathedral of Saint Vitruvio himself, the main worshipping point for the entire city. The patron saint himself is supposedly entombed in this below this structure in the catacombs. However, there's a smaller cathedral known as the Chapel of Saint Brenna, one of his many earlier followers. Our information states that his scepter was given at the time of his passing to Saint Brenna. When she later passed on, it was entombed beside her inside this chapel. Sacred Order would pay quite the sum to get this item back if we were to acquire it before them. Or perhaps a third-party buyer would pay an even greater sum. Nevertheless, we would like to acquire it first. You think this is within your power to obtain?
I certainly am confident that we would be able to get it if we manage to get there in time. But with our prior arrangement, I'm not sure if we'd be able to do both.
Let me look at my notes real quick. Hold on.
Out of character, I know what it is. It's that we just told the Hooded Lanterns we would be back the next day. We were like, hey, we just need to go get our stuff and come back, right?
Right.
And try as discreet as possible about our other things. And so I don't late only because it would raise more suspicions about what we're doing, right? And the Hooded Lanterns are already suspicious, so I don't want to like waste more time. So, I don't know, Stopper, would there be some sort of like courier service that could bring our stuff over there, or at least send a letter, or something? You know, maybe bring our stuff with a message. I doubt it. I would be surprised if so.
Not likely. There's
It's dangerous.
as far as you know, there's no organized courier service in this place, and that any magical transmission methods would may or may not be hindered passing through the haze.
Yeah. How long? This is something that our characters would know because we've traveled back and forth a few times, and I just don't remember. How long would it take us to, like, if we were to leave here, back to the village, scoop up Shiny and all of our stuff, bring it to the gate, and then go to the cathedral? Like, if we because it's the evening right now, right?
Yeah, it's early evening now. It would probably take you turn around quickly 2-3 hours.
Okay, so I mean, we might be able to. I know this is. He said within the next 48 hours we need to get the thing, or else somebody might beat us to it, right? So I'm thinking, like, again, out of character. I'm trying to do math. This is something that in character I would just know, right? But if we just run back there, get our stuff, bring it to the Hooded Lanterns, drop it off, and say, hey, we met some guy. He wants us to do something real quick. We're gonna help him out, and then we'll be back, tomorrow or the next day.
Right.
And I think that. I personally, I think that would be enough, that they wouldn't be weird about it. I mean, obviously, we took a job to get over here, so it's like, and then we could probably get to the cathedral still before the end of the day,
right?
Or before it gets too late, and then I don't know how long this cathedral thing would take. If we would have to camp out in the cathedral or in whatever sort of conflict we're in, right? But it would be late. But I don't know if that would cause any issues for the party.
Right. The information you were given by Petra and Ansem of the Hooded Lanterns was that they said that issue needed to be resolved within a week.
Within a week, okay.
Within a week.
Oh, okay, cool.
You said you may or may not return within a day. I'm just looking at my notes. But
okay,
yeah,
thank you. I don't have my notes with me here, so that's the only thing. So, then I think that would work. I think so. What I want to say is, we just have to go meet somebody over there, but we'll definitely take on the job. So,
hey, baby.
Yeah, we've got so that actually that's the perfect excuse without having to reveal any extra information to Christian. So in character, so we do have another member of our party that was not able to make it with us to this to the fights tonight. He's back in, is it Emberwood Village? Is that what it's called? Emberwood Village. He's back in Emberwood Village. We'd like to go link up with him because it definitely would increase our abilities. You saw what we were able to do as just the three of us. He's as competent, if not more, with his proficiency in artificing. You definitely would see more production out of us if we could go get our guy. So we can take on this job. We'll do our best to get that object for you, and just to show you that our capabilities in an actual practical manner.
Christian takes a drink of his wine and looks specifically at you, Giorgio. So you have a fourth member of your party. Certainly be able to be more efficient, supposedly, but sometimes a smaller party can do more than a larger group. All right. I'll extend my offer to this other individual, 250 gold apiece.
Test. Wonderful.
Like I said, the time frame does not change.
Yeah, we understand if we don't get it back for you in time, then obviously there is no payment, no arrangement that we could work out. So,
Quite.
we think it's imperative that we get him for help. But you'll get to meet him when we come back with the object.
Sounds like a plan. And Christian gives you a once-over, specifically Georgio. Where are you from, individual? I'm quite curious. You seem familiar.
I was born here, out nearby Emberwood Village, but when the meteor crashed, we evacuated, and I actually grew up mostly with Scrawlneck out, all over the place, traveling everywhere.
Interesting. You don't see many Goliath around here, and today I've met two. But I am familiar with your kind. There was a young woman associated with the palace many years ago. Anyway. Deliver the scepter here, and it's 250 gold apiece. You have 48 hours.
Better get moving.
Right.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Take off.
Indeed. At this point, you all have come to an agreement here. You spoke with, you have your potential offer with the Hooded Lanterns as well, but at this point, what would you all like to do?
Is it pretty late right now?
It's just beginning to get dark.
Early evening?
Yeah, or very early evening. You're just beginning to see the lanterns being lit up around Buckle Down Row. Things are getting a bit more rowdy as people are getting deeper into their mugs. And you're seeing more people either come in or out of the adjacent bar where the stairs down to the pits are for some of the other later evening brawls. Back and forth through some of the other bars, and this seems like a pretty regular occurrence around here, is what you gauge. But it's early evening, from what you can tell as far as the light and the failing light.
I don't think it'd be particularly safe to travel back at this time. Because we still need to go and pick up Tim in Emberwood. And that would be quite the wait.
So, what are you saying? You said 2 or 3 hours to get to the Hooded Lanterns and back to Emberwood, right?
No, it would take you at this hour probably a little over an hour for the three of you to get back to Emberwood Village.
Oh.
And then it would take you potentially an hour to get Tim, and then potentially another hour to an hour and a half to get to probably less than that because it's on the way back. So maybe because you got to go down to Emberwood Village and then back up to the chapel that he's talking about.
Yeah. Let's see. So we've gotten up and we've walked away from the table, right? Like we're headed back towards Emberwood Village.
I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah,
I would like to do that.
I thought it took far longer, so yeah, if we're making our way back, then yeah, it's fine.
On the way back, maybe we can be discussing this. But I think like if we can go and we can get Tim and collect all of our stuff, I really don't want to get the Hooded Lantern guys upset with us anymore, raise any more suspicion. So I think if we can, using the map that they gave us to find the safe travels, make it back to Emberwood Village, get all of our stuff, get to the temple gate, to their stronghold at the temple gate, with all of our stuff there, and then get up first thing in the morning, once it's no longer, because it's going to be pretty late when we get there. Get up early in the morning when it's no longer, once it starts to get light again and things aren't quite as dangerous, and try to book it to the cathedral as quickly as we can. And then, all of our stuff is with the Hooded Lanterns. They know who we are. We wouldn't have broken any trust, because if we wait too long, then they're going to start to get a little less trusting, and they already aren't. So I think that might be our best course of action, so that we don't run out of time and offend anyone, and we lose 6 hours on this cathedral quest that may end up being critical. But I mean, with Tim, I think we'll be moving pretty quick. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, time is quite sensitive, so moving as like we can would probably be best.
Okay.
So just to clarify, you all are returning to Emberwood Village to pick up Tim, or to
Pick up Tim and whatever belongings we still have there, which I don't really
Okay.
think is that much.
No, because you would have needed to grab them on your way out of the house unless you paid in advance.
Yeah.
So you would have everything that you.
Oh, so we don't even have it? Yeah, okay.
Right. You're just, as far as I know, you were just going to Emberwood Village to pick up Tim.
Yeah,
To meet
perfect.
back up.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I need somebody to roll me a D100, please.
Oh.
100.
Mm-hmm. Or one of the group that's traveling down.
Got it.
Okay.
16.
You all head south out of Buckle Down Row without issue, leaving with ease as people begin to head towards the bars. As you head down, following the routes given to you on the marked up map by the Hooded Lanterns, you're able to avoid any unsightly creatures that are formerly marked in these areas. You do step around a few areas as you begin to hear cries and screeches overhead, ducking underneath one of the available awnings. Overhead, you hear shrill cries, very bird-like and very unsavory screeching tones, but with the map you were given, you were able to avoid. But specifically you, Georgio, you look up and you spot a vaguely humanoid creature, but still very much bird-like. At this distance, it's hard to tell its size, but it is certainly some sort of bird or bird-like creature of prey. And as you watch and avoid being spotted by said creature, you see that they look like they have extended bodies with large talons and large bird-like appendages stretching several feet longer than the average wingspan of a normal-sized human man. You hear them crying back and forth as they circle above. but thankfully, with the help of the maps and markings, you're able to move a bit slower but safely back towards Emberwood Village, and you arrive maybe a bit longer than you intended, about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes to avoid detection, but you do arrive safely back in Emberwood Village. What would you all like to do?
Search for Tim as quick as we can.
Yeah, meet up
I
with
don't.
Tim.
Okay. Give me, Giorgio, give me a quick perception check. Okay. Yeah, with that high of a roll.
Let's fucking go.
With
You
that
see
high
him.
of a roll, you
I can see
see,
him from outside the town.
right, you see Tim near the caravan court after his discussions or his chance meeting with the followers of the falling fire, as well as some of the hoodlums in the general area. You see he might be a bit a little roughed up, but not, overly in danger of any kind. But you can see that he might have taken a few strikes between the time you left earlier in the day.
Okay.
But you do manage to meet up rather swiftly.
Yeah. I need to run to the bathroom real quick. You guys don't have to pause. Like if we're just meeting up and then moving, like just carry on. I'll be as quick as I can.
Okay. So at this point, do you all, Cedric, do you explain to Tim what's going on?
Yeah, I give him a rundown of what exactly is going on, how we're trying to find a certain artifact, essentially, and that we are going to be paid quite handsomely for it. I know we've come into quite a bit of gold lately, but seems like another easy way of making some money.
Oh yeah, I have to give that all to you still. I think I still have the full amount in my wallet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, from your delivery of the delirium crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you all discuss what's going on with that.
Grolnek killed the guy.
I am not surprised.
Cut his head right off.
Ooh.
Thrown
In one hit.
head. It go boom on ground.
Rats. Wish I could see it.
You notice he has quite a bit of blood on his right shoulder. Clearly from probably a swiftly detached artery. So at this point, I'll wait for Brad to get back, but are you all planning on staying the evening back in Emberwood Village, or are you planning on leaving this evening straight for the chapel?
I mean, I think it's probably smart to rest because I'm fucked up a little bit, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they can probably use a little bit of rest. So I think that would probably be the wise move.
I could regain some stuff here, some spells and whatnot. So
Okay.
perhaps we could make our way to one of the inns.
Well, there's the
One written down. Yeah, I have some written down.
there's the home you've been renting from
Was that the Red Lion?
the Red Lion. I don't think you stayed at the Red Lion
Okay.
Inn. You've been renting a like a little farmhouse from one of the
That's
local
right.
tavern keepers. But you can stay at the Red Lion Inn. But that
I feel like
it's up to
we
y'all.
don't necessarily need to. I feel like if we can just go ahead and keep it, still keep it cheap, but it seems like a safe spot to kind of hang out.
Yeah.
We can just go ahead and do the same thing as before.
All right. Well, if that's the case, you all discuss. I would assume you return back to the barkeep and landowner of some of these adjacent properties. It'll be again 10 gold to rent the home for the evening for the property. In the same location that you all have been staying thus far in Emberwood Village.
Yep, sounds good to me.
I believe it was this little guy right here, one of these lower homes. Down towards the south side of the village. So if that's your intent, you all can, I guess, mark off 2 gold and 5 silver a piece, or if one person wants to pay, I don't care how you do it, but it's 10 gold for the evening.
I'll just take the full amount because I already marked it.
Okay.
So,
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
feeling generous.
Mm,
You all take your time and your respite after your ordeal and your various ordeals, either here in Emberwood or in the Spokes, and you all can take a long rest if you'd like.
cool.
And you said it's about another hour from the from Emberwood to get to the Southern Chapel.
Right, the Chapel of St. Brenna is your destination. Let me pull the map back up and I'll know where it is. So Emberwood Village is pull this up so everyone can see. Emberwood Village is just down here off the tip of the map, along Champion's Way. So the Chapel of St. Brenna is right about here, if I remember correctly. Right at this crossroads, just northwest of you guys. Not far along the route that you had taken when heading towards the Rat's Nest Tavern and Styx's Ferry. You may have even seen it, one of the larger structures in that location. Just noticing thus far, in your time here in Drakkenheim, you would notice that in some of the smaller communities, there's some of these smaller local chapels, like the one here in Emberwood Village. And then there's the main one that you saw as you came over, you crested the hill and got your first view of Drakkenheim in its current state. The main domed structure of the main state chapel inside the walls of Drakkenheim that Christian had mentioned, the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio, the main like royal kind of worship location, kind of like the difference between Notre Dame and a just a local church on the corner for that section of the community. That there's the larger cathedral and some of these smaller, local churches and chapels around to service the communities when not in a more regal, important event. But anything involving like higher people of higher standing would probably occur in. And you would know this as well, Cedric, being a member of the clergy, that generally marriages, funerals, any type of major religious events on a city or a national scale occur in larger cathedrals, but smaller chapels generally service the common folk. This would be more along that line, somewhere in between, like a very small chapel and in the major cathedral.
Okay, and the major cathedral was the one that was just kind of more north of it that you had pointed out earlier.
The major cathedral is number 11 on the
said.
map. Yeah, you can't miss it. It's one of the major buildings in the skyline of Drakenheim. That is the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio.
And that's still pretty much standing, is it?
As far as you could tell from your sight of it when you first entered the area, coming over that crested hill, I guess I could pull up the image again so you guys can kind of see it, and I'll point it out from the skyline. It is that structure right there in the skyline on the far left of the image.
Okay, the dome one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see the inscrutable tower is the tallest structure, even taller at one point than the Castle Draken at the end, the north side of the city. But the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio is this structure here, the dome structure with the pyres on all sides, with the antiqued copper roof, or the brass roof. Very symbolic of the braziers that you see on the interior of most of these chapels of the Sacred Flame.
Okay, cool.
But that cathedral is inside the walls of the city, the major 60 and 80 foot walls surrounding the city. From what Christian had mentioned to you all, is most likely currently occupied by a large pack of Garmir.
Well,
Okay. Guess we're still waiting for Georgio. Did we have anything that we wanted to take care of in the city at all? Any, to our knowledge, yeah, there wouldn't be any like potion maker, apothecaries, whatever it might be in Emberwood itself, correct?
Like, what specifically are you looking for? Like, healing potions, or?
Yeah, just like some health potions or anything, something, now that we have a bit of gold, something just to kind of bolster a little bit more.
Right. Give me a perception check, because you are not far from the Caravan Court, which is the main area of commerce in Emberwood Village.
Oh,
Okay.
good. 9.
Not the worst. It takes you a minute. You notice that people are bustling around and things are not quite settled yet. For morning commerce, you did get up rather early, but you do notice that a few of the sellers here have a few crates of what look like various liquids of different colors and things of that nature. There's you see Aaron unpacking some of his wares, but he doesn't seem to have anything of that nature. You do see Aldor. You can't miss Aldor. He's quite rotund. But you do see Aldor setting up shop within the caravan court and opening things up swiftly, as if he's very capable of doing this, alongside some of his assistants. And let's see, of Emberwood. The caravan court. Yeah, you're able to find with an okay amount of time a couple vendors that appear to might have potions of various types and concoctions if you're willing to ask about.
Yeah, just looking to kind of get whatever we can, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, just, ask around, kind of look around, see if
Right.
if anyone has something that they can give us a little bit of information in, at the very least.
Well, you notice that there are two individuals in particular that have items that look like potions. One being Aldor, and then the other being a gentleman you had noticed not too far away from Aaron's stall, that appears to have a number of different vials and things of that nature. Things that look like bottled water, various supplies, but also some more like murky-looking mixed herbal liquids. Did you want to discuss anything with any of them?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and look at the people that have those, the weird herbal liquids, and just kind of, get an idea of what exactly they're peddling, what they may have, see if it's something that we can all, find some sort of use for.
As you walk up, the gentleman turns as he sets down a crate full of leathers and various fabrics and things of that nature. Well, morning to y'all. What can I do for you today?
Looking for anything that could help out some adventurers making our way into the city. It's not exactly the safest of places. Perhaps something that could, maybe some healing potions or anything that you may deem useful.
Well, I did sell a good amount recently to that there Silver Order when they done pass through. So I'm a bit short on supply, but I do have a couple left. Right now I got 3 healing potions. They're 75 gold apiece.
75's pretty steep compared to what others could get. I mean, I appreciate the availability, but that, does seem a bit high.
They're hard to come by here. You gotta usually pay the Academy a premium to get something like that.
The Academy.
Yeah, he's not too big of a fan of the Academy sometimes, but we are doing some favors for them. Perhaps we could talk to them and see if we could maybe, figure out some sort of way of possibly getting ingredients a bit cheaper for you, so that maybe your profits could be a bit higher moving forward. You help us, I'm sure we'd be more than happy to help you.
There's a possibility. Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. $18.
All right.
Is it enough?
You bring me some items, worth their weight in salt, and maybe in the future I'll keep a few handy in the back room. How's that sound? At a bit fairer rate.
I think that's more than okay. I'll take one of them for now.
Okay.
At the regular price. if we're able to strike a deal, how about the next one we just take it for whatever that fair rate is, minus whatever it would be from the 75 now.
All right. Well, here's your potion. And he sets it down on the table that he's got for commerce, basically. Anything else I can do for you?
That's all I'm looking for.
Any y'all else need anything?
I'm set. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right.
I hand him 75 gold.
Okay.
Reluctantly, of course.
Of course.
That was just a regular healing potion, right?
Yeah, just a regular healing potion. Okay. While this is going on, Cedric, go ahead and give me a perception check while this little transaction's going on.
Another 18.
You notice, as he hands you the bottle, it's got a particular insignia stamped on top of the cork topper of this healing potion. And it's not an insignia of the Academy. It looks, are you proficient in nature or history? No. Is anybody proficient in nature or history?
Yeah, I have, yeah, +6. I'm proficient, yeah.
In history or nature?
History.
History?
Proficient dot.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I got the dot on it, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have the little black dot next to it. As he's making this transaction, Cedric, you don't recognize the insignia. Tim, in your, brief passings of texts and things of that nature, when you were studying various forms of magic, when you were still with the Academy, in your previous life, you notice this insignia. It is druidic in nature. This potion most likely was not made by the Academy. That it was made by someone else.
But he got it from the Academy?
He said he got it from the Academy.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna say anything right now until we walk away, but can I roll? Can I do a roll for history and see if I can recognize what it is?
Well, yeah, you can go ahead and roll for history to see if you remember anything more specific about it. About this insignia.
Hot dice tonight, baby.
You recognize it was druidic, and that's it. You don't recognize anything more specific about it. At least not at this time. You'd probably have to have somebody a bit more familiar with druidic history or druidic arcana to tell you more about it.
Bastards. Okay.
But would you guys like to do anything else before heading off to the chapel? At this time, everyone's pretty much ready for business or getting prepared to do daily commerce in the caravan court.
I don't think I have any. So are we at the next day?
Yeah, you can
we
go
took
ahead
a long rest.
Yeah, take a long rest if you haven't.
Did we make it back to?
Yeah,
everything we talked about. We brought all our stuff. We told them we'd be back, and they're cool. Nobody said anything weird.
You mean at the Hooded Lanterns?
Yeah, we didn't go over there.
We didn't.
No,
we didn't
you
go
went
there.
straight to Emberwood and stayed the night in Emberwood.
Okay.
Yeah, you would be far from your destination if you were going back to the barracks.
Okay.
At this time, you're about maybe an hour as the crow flies, a little less towards the chapel.
Okay. Well, let's get moving then.
Okay. With that, you guys head north, mostly along the Champion's Way, and then branch off. At this time, can I have everyone roll me a d6, please? Okay. All right. You all travel through the early morning fog, beginning to roll over from the bits of scattered rain from the previous days. As a rare occurrence of sunlight does begin to beam through the otherwise almost continuous cloudy skies above the city. And as you branch off from the Champion's Way towards the Chapel of St. Brenna, you begin to feel that somewhat familiar, particularly you, Tim, that familiar bit of electrical, ozone-y flavor in the air as you begin to enter a bit of a light amount of haze that has otherwise been pushed in by the winds coming from deeper within the city. But you managed to make good time, favored by the bit of rare sunlight peeking down through the clouds, kind of impeding the haze from traveling too quickly and the fog from moving too quickly, despite the gentle wind pushing it south. And you arrive at the Chapel of St. Brenna, and I will pull up.
Fantastic.
You arrive without issue to the chapel. There we go. Right. All right. As you arrive, you are. Let me pull up your tokens here. As you arrive, tied off to the outside, you see a large main circular building with two front entry spires flanking either side of the main large oaken doors entering into the chapel. The one on the left of you almost completely collapsed due to time and neglect. But on the right, you see a trio of war horses, armored and well appointed, with blue, dark, deep navy blue fabrics and well polished armor plating across their backs and behind their saddles. Cedric, you would recognize these colors and these garbs as most likely mounts of the Silver Order. Often ridden and owned by knights or groups of Silver Order members. Let me get your tokens on the map here. Tim, you should be able to control your tokens.
Damn, these horses
there
are
we go.
big.
Well, they are large
Horse big
creatures.
as fuck.
I'm like, am I fucking playing Elden Ring? Shit, goddamn.
Yeah, they
Some
take up
big ass
20.
horses.
Yeah, I can move my character. I'm good.
Shit, bitch.
You know, a horse is as big as you, but or 3, right?
Right. I gave you
Sure.
all control of Skrullneck as well, so you should be able to move his token as well.
Okay.
But yeah, as you arrive, you hear the bit of as the horses are awaiting their owners patiently outside the non-collapsed portion of the chapel. But you do see there's the main entry directly in front of you, and you also see a bit of light peeking out, either torchlight or oil lantern light coming from the collapsed portion on the left. Unintended entry into this kind of dilapidated chapel. There's another path that leads off to your right and goes to the right-hand side of the main structure towards what looks like a 6 or 8 foot tall walled-off garden, and a similar structure directly behind the main chapel, with wrought iron fencing above it. What looks like the grounds of a cemetery, of an outdoor cemetery. What would you all like to do?
I just look back at everyone and I say, I think that we're going to need to confront these people sooner or later. Perhaps it would be best to do it peacefully as soon as we can.
Hey, that's as good of an idea as I could have. So if you want to, I'll go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to walk up to the steps of the cathedral and hopefully just kind of push the door open. I'm not going to have any of my weapons or anything. I'm going to have my shield on my back.
Okay.
Just kind of walking in as a cleric would
Okay.
into a chapel.
So do you push the door open or attempt to push the door open?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to just kind of, swing the door open.
Okay. As you push the door open, it isn't locked. It looks like any bracing that was on the door had been removed from the inside, or the lock disengaged. Go ahead and reveal that for you guys. At this point, you see a number of individuals just inside the door. Several men in dark navy tunics, with a bit of chain shirt on, and another individual much more heavily armored, in between most of them, holding his helmet of his plate armor under his arm, as he and another individual appear to be fiddling with a gate descending further down of a spiral staircase off to your right, Cedric, as you entered. Right as you push the door open, they all immediately, the ones that see you, turn to you. Halt! Who goes there?
Gentlemen, my name is Cedric. I came for tithings. I'm a cleric from further down south.
At this point, the man in plate armor approaches you. You said you're a holy man, am I right?
That is quite correct.
Do you walk in the light of the sacred flame, my friend?
Oh no.
I can't say that I necessarily do in a sense of worship. However, I am quite familiar with the sacred flame and the priestesses, and they are quite kind people.
I can appreciate that. But I must ask, why would a member of a clergy not your own be visiting the, quite frankly, dilapidated remains of one of our holiest sites?
Just because I don't worship the same gods doesn't mean I don't appreciate the history and the piety behind everything. I like to learn more, and as someone that has previously interacted with the sacred flames and seen, to be quite honest, the miracles that they have performed with some people of the surrounding villages, I would love to kind of see other works and learn more about their gods and their practices.
Give me a deception check.
Oh, that was all super truthful.
He's a
To
holy
begin
man.
with.
Why would he lie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric's going around the churches lying? Who would do that?
Lie on the internet.
Everyone tells the truth.
I can appreciate a man of faith, and also a man that is learned of all that is in his world. However, this is not the finest of examples of our church. That being said, right now we must ask that you leave, as this is a sacred duty performed by the Knights of the Sacred Order in order to enter this church. However, I refuse to defile anything in this property, including this gate, in order to access other segments of this structure. And I must say the same for you all.
Confused why you think that we would come and defile anything, but I certainly had no intentions of. We had no intentions of doing so. Is it just a crypt down there, or what exactly is in the basement that you'd be trying to even get to? We've been talking to some of the members of the Sacred Flame, and they haven't even so much as mentioned anything other than the temple in its own, or the chapel in its own right.
Every chapel of this size or greater generally contains the remains of holy individuals and paladins of the Sacred Flame, as well as the remains of those dearly devoted to our religion. They are meant to, in most cases, members of the Sacred Flame are cremated at the time of their passing. But those who are paladins in life and high-ranking flamekeepers are often entombed in case that they must return from the other world in order to protect the land of the living from much darker days. That is what remains below this structure.
Is it darker days currently to where you're trying to resurrect these individuals? Just seems quite weird that timing-wise that it would be now as opposed to, towards some of the other times of the calamity.
I'm afraid I cannot elaborate further into our business here at the chapel. However, these are certainly dark days in this part of the world, as you can awfully see. This This cancer that infects Drakenheim must be exorcised in order for the world to be protected.
It just seems quite odd that you would be trying to get down there, and if it's locked, you would think that you would have some way of getting down there on your own. Without having to defile, that is.
Give me a perception check. Real quick, Cedric. Okay. Oh. Is that perception or persuasion?
Oh, I'm sorry. They're both +3. I keep getting the
Oh,
wrong
okay.
thing.
With a 17, you notice that they don't appear to have any type of key on them, none of the individuals. What you can also see of the gate that leads down this spiral staircase below the main chapel, it appears like the whole gate itself has been cocked and bent. So even if you had the key, it probably wouldn't work. Or it would take a very dexterous hand to unlock it without breaking it.
Mm-hmm.
But there are signs that its overall structure of this gate could be broken by force, but as he stated, that they do not want to defile anything on this site by trying to force it open.
And they seem to be part of the Hooded Lanterns, you said? Or the Silver Order, rather?
Silver Order. Yeah, he's... most of the individuals in here seem to be accompanying this main individual wearing plate armor.
And I'm sorry, I haven't caught your name. If you don't mind exchanging.
My name is Sir Bryce. I'm a knight of the Silver Order, sent here in the early companies on a specific mission to this holy site. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Sorry. My little Amazon Alexa thing went batshit crazy for some reason. Scared the fuck out of me. Gotta get back in character. We were ordered here by High Flamekeeper Ophelia Reed on a specific mission.
Say the name again. What's the name that he said?
High Flamekeeper Ophelia Reed.
Yeah, we've met her previously.
You met her previously. I don't think anyone else did.
That was in
she-
the church, right?
Yeah, was she the one that actually healed the kid?
No, that was one of the local Flamekeepers.
Just a priestess.
That was Flamekeeper Hannah.
But she was
Flamekeeper
there,
Hannah.
right?
Yeah, this is a High Flamekeeper. This is like somebody who's like the equivalent of like a cardinal.
Oh, so you didn't meet her. We didn't meet her.
You all didn't, like Skrullneck, Georgio, Tim did not meet her. Cedric met her in passing when he went into the...
So she was at that chapel in Emberwood.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Okay.
Yeah, she was in the chapel of St. Ardena in Emberwood.
Of course, Sir Bryce. I've heard of you back in Emberwood, actually, when I had previously met with Priestess Reed.
Yeah, she is quite the scholar in the renowned healer, and the most one of the most learned individuals of our order, and quite the historian as well. But with that said, if you are welcome to observe the site, but I must ask you to refrain from anything that would further damage it, and leave us to our business.
Of course. Do you
Oh,
have
that's
any other points of interest necessarily?
Are you asking him if he has any other interest on the site, or is he?
No, just other things to check out. As
like maybe we
I don't know the other parts of the ground. I just know of this structure now that we've entered.
If you're truly here to observe the site of Saint Brenna, really there's the main chapel and the walled garden and the of course the burial grounds on the far side of the chapel. You are welcome to go and pay your respects to the fallen.
Of course. And is there any way to possibly do tithings? I like to tithe through other churches, as I'm sure they would do the same for the ones that I follow.
Sorry, I'm. What are you specifically trying to do? I'm sorry.
Just essentially give gold or something, some sort of donation to the church.
Oh, so like an offering box. Yeah. Of course, if you are looking to pay your respects in material value to the chapel, so that it might be and worship on its grounds, you can head further in, and you can see behind him directly in the center. You see the large bronze brazier in the middle. Currently, it is out. It's not lit. Generally, in an operating church or any type of sacred holy place of the sacred flame, there is always a large brazier somewhere, or multiple braziers that are continuously held lit in the structure somewhere. That's why the symbol is this large brazier with the flame forever lit in the middle. You're welcome to pay your respects and observe the history of this location.
Of course, and I mean, doesn't seem like too many people come out here, so I might just be better off giving it straight to you. It's not much, but it's what we can spare for now, and I'm just gonna hand Sir Bryce just 1 silver as tithing, under the impression that that's actually gonna go directly to the church rather than into his own pocket.
This is much appreciated, friend. You are a kind and generous soul. We will see that it returns, any offerings return to the operating churches in Emberwood Village, for those who truly need it.
Of course, and we won't keep you from doing whatever you need to do. I think that we'll just go ahead and see the garden and see some of the other ruins of the area while you carry on. Apologies for interrupting.
Apologies for holding you up, and we do appreciate you coming to observe and learn the history of our order. Flame be with you.
And also with you. And I'm just gonna walk out and mouth to them that this guy's full of shit, and just make our way out.
turn around and follow.
All right. So
What
where are you
else do
guys
you
headed
have?
now?
We just walk around the side so we can talk, figure things.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that they're trying to get down there for a particular purpose, possibly the same of what we needed to do.
Almost certainly. There's no way that somebody would happen to be here within the 24-hour span that Christian needs us over. I mean, that's absolutely what they're trying to do.
Now, the good news is I don't think that they can actually find their way down. The gates seem to be quite bent and not exactly in good condition. If they were to do something, they would have to destroy the gate in the meantime. I think that possibly we could see for alternative routes. There's no way this is the only way down into that into the catacombs, but if it is, they're either going to have to destroy it themselves or make their leave as they try to find some other possible way of getting in there without destroying it too terribly much. Perhaps we search the grounds for now.
Are you familiar with the structure of cathedrals and where there may be something? I mean, instead of just looking blindly.
Well,
I mean,
just spread out and start searching.
I do have one idea, which is kind of stupid, but it might buy us some time.
go on.
Out of character. We see them on the map. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people in the church, right?
Right.
That we know of. Okay. Are the horses tied up?
Yes, they are tied up.
Why don't we let the horses go? We get the horses to run away, that might get some of them out of the building, and we can go in and try to take advantage of the confusion. If we cannot find a door. This is an alternate option.
That is an alternative option.
Yeah,
It might
I'm
be a
down
bit
for that.
suspicious that horses just happen to disappear after being tied up. But it's certainly something that we could use.
That's fair.
While you all are discussing this, you can hear one of the younger men who's was in front of Sir Bryce, continuing to try to fiddle with the gate, and you hear a and you hear Sir Bryce kind of shout, "Damn it, son! I told you, do not break anything on this site!"
Sounds like they're pretty weak.
Yeah. I mean, we might just be able to just jump in and take them all out. Did you recognize those the other people as the clergymen? Would they have magical abilities that you would know of?
I don't know if I would. It doesn't seem like that they would be. I mean, they're certainly not priests.
Are
we
you
know-
proficient in religion?
I am proficient in religion, yeah.
You would know a select few of the Knights of the Silver Order, specifically the Knights, do have holy protection and paladin-like abilities, but not all of them.
And would we be under the impression that only the one, that Sir Bryce, was a knight, while the other one seemed to be, I don't know, something else? Or
Generally, your feel and your understanding of the Silver Order, that would be the general appearance of it. That they don't appear to be, they would have. Your past experiences with the Silver Order, most of the time they do introduce themselves as Sir or Lady if they are true Knights of the Silver Order.
okay.
But you did see that he was wearing full plate armor, and they were all wearing chainmail. and carrying, shields and swords or some sort of weapon.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of relay that. So I think that only one of them possibly was an actual knight. The other ones might possibly have some sort of magical powers, but it's not very common for people in their kind of garb and attire.
Okay, well, if you want to go in and make a ruckus, I am all for it.
Let me ask you this, Cedric, do you have any issue with us breaking that gate down?
No, I have no sort of bindings to the Sacred Flame or
I didn't
the
think
Silver
so.
Order or anyone.
Fantastic.
So 3 horses, 2 of each of them on a horse, and then the knight on the third. Do you think that's how they came in, or do you think there's 2 more knights elsewhere that we don't know about?
Are you asking me or the group?
The group of this in character.
Okay.
Well, they are very large horses, so I would assume 2, 2, and 1. Probably 2, 2, and then the knight would have 1. That would be my assumption.
I would believe so as well. I think that's probably just the 5 of them.
Yeah, real quick, out of character, Stopper. These horses aren't bigger than normal horses, right? Just horses are large creatures.
Yeah, horses are large creatures. These are war horses.
So they are particularly large, but not giant or anything like. But
no, they're just large creatures. That's the standard size of a large creature. It takes up a 10-foot space.
That's what I understood it.
Yeah, they're large, like military grade, well armored horses. Like these are well maintained, thoroughbred war horses.
That easily could carry 2 of those guys unarmored.
Easily.
The way that they are.
Yeah, easily.
From my guess. Yeah, okay. That's in character. That's my thoughts as well. So I'm not worried that there are people hidden that we don't know about. So I think that we would be able to very easily take these out, unless they've got some sort of magic we don't know about. But there's 4 of us, so.
Yeah, perhaps we could take them all out, or convince them otherwise of us surveying the grounds and possibly seeing some other people that seem to be snooping around. Might be able to get an idea if it's people of their faction if we just mention that we saw other people, and if they were expecting it, certainly they wouldn't. They would turn a blind eye, or they would kind of be at high alert if we pretended there were others. We might be able to either get some people out of here and then take on the others, or do something of that nature. But I think that we could definitely take them.
From the looks of it, I don't think we need any deception if we send some people out, and then we have to manage. Maybe they go and get someone who's nearby. Just
Good
the
point.
5 here. I mean, I think very easily we could.
Sure.
We could do something about it. I don't see any issue with us being outnumbered the way that we are.
So what would you all like to do?
First, hey, let's cut those horses loose and see if we could get them to shoe. Right, just get them out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't know if they're trained.
Yeah, I do try.
Yeah, just cut the ropes of whatever's kind of holding them to. I'm assuming the stakes. Or
Are they
posts.
are they tied up, Stopper?
Yeah, one is tied to the tree, and the other 2 are tied to some of the masonry outcroppings on the side of the building itself.
Can we just untie that? I don't want to we don't need to cut the ropes. We just untie them, and then have Grolnick attempt to intimidate the 3 horses and make them run away.
That's smart.
You
yeah.
can
Give
certainly
a big
try.
barbarian yell. It would alert. It'll alert. This is in character. I'll suggest that to everybody, and it'll alert the people inside. But if they're funneling out of the cathedral, we could surround it and keep them bottlenecked right there. If the 3 of us kind of surround the entrance, or the 4 of us surround the entrance and have Scrawlneck shoe the horses. If they come running out to see what the noise is all about, I mean, it's easy pick get them out.
Just so you know, there's the main entrance, the door, and then this is open too.
Oh, that's all wide open. Okay.
Yeah, because this is crumbled.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just to give you a heads up there, just to remind you, this is open.
Okay.
There are 2 entrances that you can see to this chapel. There's the door that you all entered, and then there's the crumbling left-hand side pyre that was on the left, flanking the other side of the main entry door. But at this point, so explain to me what specifically you are doing or attempting to do.
So I think if we untie all the horses, and then, say if this is open, I mean, maybe we could have me right here, Cedric and Tim right here and right here, walking up, and then have Scrawlneck cover the front door. So as we just start approaching with the intent of just attacking these people, not approaching in a hostile manner in particular, but just coming up with that in mind. Scrawlneck attempts to scare the horses. Whether or not it works, he then covers the front door, and then they know obviously at that point that something's going on. Maybe they get startled and start to panic, or they instantly are trying to fight them. Either way, we initiate combat.
So who specifically is untying the horses?
If we just untie them, I'm assuming
we do that, then make our way over, I think.
Yeah, if we just untie them first, right? Just go untie them right now.
Right. So who specifically is trying to untie them?
Okay.
Because there's a reason for it.
Okay. Me then.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check as you try to do this. As you approach, you notice this horse is very weary of anyone other than its owner. This seems to be a well-trained animal. Okay. As you do this, you hear it just begin to... and sorry, it's more Donald Duck.
Sure, that's okay.
And it starts to...
Go back off then.
Yeah, and you hear it making a lot of noise and beginning to, click its hooves down and stomp and make quite the ruckus. Are you going to continue to try to...
No.
Okay.
Not worth it. We might not even scare them off, if they're well trained. If they're as well trained as I would expect imperial horses to be, military horses to be.
From what
it would be a tough scare,
Right. From what you can tell, no one has seemed to notice the initial spooking of the animals yet.
Okay. I mean, let's just rush them, right? No more planning needed. I mean, there's one guy who seems to be a competent fighter. If we're wrong about the other ones, then we had no chance anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I think it'd be best if we came through this open area so that we can come in. If they try to escape through the front, who cares?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
So your plan is just to bum rush them?
Yep.
Okay. As you turn the corner and you begin to head back in. So who's leading who? So who's specifically, what's your marching order here? Your positioning?
We can come in 2 by 2. It's wide enough. So I think if we go Scrawlneck and me, and then Cedric and Tim behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
So
we're just coming in 2 by 2.
Right. So Tim, go ahead and place yourself where you're going in here.
Okay.
Can you turn on the grid? I think the grid's turned off.
It should be on.
Like snap to grid.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't know if
I
that's-
don't. Yeah, I don't have the snap to grid on.
I don't know
if
if
you just
that's
place
just a
yourself
toggle.
within one of those 5-foot squares, you're fine.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was just looking because I pulled up the rule.
Yeah, the grid is
that's
actually
just
part
a-
of the image.
Oh,
But it is
Okay.
aligned to the. So yeah, they should be roughly. If it'll round up to like whatever it is. So
yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
yeah, they're all 5-foot squares. So if you're in the center
Yeah,
of the
I figured.
square,
I just-
yeah.
Yeah, so I just figured we would just rush in this way. I don't know. The two of us come first, maybe. You know, I guess
Okay.
actually probably switch sides. Me and Scrollneck.
The last question I have for you guys: are you trying to approach them and get a surprise round, or are you trying to? You're just gonna bum rush them?
We're just gonna bum rush them. If
Okay.
we're not doing this secretly, they may be caught off guard. We may get a surprise round for that. I don't know how they are. Right? Well, I don't know if they're like
give-
right, but
Give me a
no
group
sneaking
stealth
here.
check. just
Group
to
stealth?
see if you get a surprise round. Yeah, give me a group stealth check.
Gross.
Somebody
Make
roll
sure-
for
disadvantage.
right. Somebody can roll for Scrollneck as well.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, you guys already rolled it. I rolled 2.
Yeah, group stealth check.
Okay.
This one can be for. Does Scrollneck have it at disadvantage, or is he naked? He's naked, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't have any armor on.
Oh my god! Come on, man.
There's Scrollnecks. Yeah. So
All right. Okay.
We're
Well,
very stealthy.
with
yeah,
that,
no stealth.
you're yeah, one of the individuals behind Sir Bryce turns and looks at you all and sees you beginning to draw weapons, and immediately begins to pull out a spear that they have on their back, and cries out to the others, Sir Bryce! They look like they're coming at us! And that at this point, Sir Bryce turns. He looks at you all and says, well, I thought y'all might be lying to us, but I gave you the benefit of the doubt. It seems darkness is truly in your hearts. And you guys can all roll for initiative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, for me,
Jeez, those are some rolls.
Hey,
Oh.
Roll20 is actually adding these automatically when you roll in Roll20, which is sick.
Fantastic.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, it adds the initiative to because I have the encounter, a lot of these encounters in Roll20.
That's awesome.
Okay, so all right. Wow, did you all roll 18s?
We did, except for
And then-
Scrollneck didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scrollneck
Scrollneck
didn't.
Scrollneck
Yeah.
rolled a okay. He rolled a 4. Okay, so
And that's a 1, 2, and 3, which is actually really fun.
Yeah.
okay. So
So
who
we
who
rolled
has the
17,
highest
16,
dexterity?
I think shiny.
Shiny.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
16.
Cedric is +2, I'm +1, so it should be ordered that way, I believe.
okay.
Yeah.
You'll have to remind me because I'm gonna. Okay, so you have 18.
Yeah. So.
So it's gonna go Tim, Cedric, Giorgio, and then
That's right.
well Scrollneck after everybody else goes.
Yep. And they all rolled
Whoa.
ones. So.
It's adding the new character. Fuck. All right. Well, I'll just keep them in order, but
It's adding a new character.
soon to be new character.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It's like someone's popping up.
Alright. Before
No,
we
no,
start
no.
this scrap, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick, okay?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it. When we get to Scrollneck, I'll have one of you roll for them. You can decide amongst yourselves who's gonna roll for Scrollneck and choose each turn what he does.
I've got his character sheet up. I don't play barbarians. I don't really know. I know that there's, you rage and then you swing your stuff around, but I don't know the specifics of what he's got and what really works. So
Yeah, I've played barbarians before, but not
Path of the Beast.
his character type.
Right.
yeah,
Basically, when you rage with that particular path, you pick one of your 3 options: the tail, the claws, or I forget the other one.
spite.
Right, and it has specific action. The claws allow you to attack an extra time, I think. Besides just your offhand. The tail allows you to roll, I think it's a D8, and add that to your AC as a reaction. And then I forget what the other one does. I'd have to read it.
Spite is the one he never used.
Yeah. Do you have the ability to give him a long rest, Stopper?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
about to say,
Sorry,
we
I'll
can-
do that right now. Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't have like greater weapon master or anything, does he?
No. He has.
He didn't take a feat. He just took an ASI, didn't he?
I think he did. Hold on. I gotta look at his stuff again. Moment.
Yeah, because I think he took an ASI to bring his strength up to
Right.
20, and maybe his constitution as well. But I don't think he took anything outside
Okay,
of that.
he's at full 45 hit points.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah. Greater weapon master with a.
He has dual wielder as a feat.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
Cool.
a custom lineage, so he starts with
he's
a
not
feat.
using one hand.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. So he's got the battle axes or the claws. Or, yeah, the bite. And now transforms into bestial maw. 8 mandibles, choice. Deals an extra. It deals 1d8 plus 5 piercing damage on a hit. Once on each of your turns when you damage a creature with this bite, you regain 2 hit points, provided you have less than 23 hit points when you hit. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, so the bite's pretty simple. The claws and the tail are a little. You grow a lashing tail, which deals 1d8 plus 5 piercing damage on a hit and has the reach property. Okay. Right, from the beast tail reaction. Okay, so the reaction is only when you use the tail. So you choose one of those 3 when you start to rage. Alright. Let me pop back to our initiative order here. Fuck. Alright. Over. Oh, it actually posted in here. That's cool. I'll just pull that. The one that says the other character at 4, that's Skrullneck. It's just, it pulled in the new character's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Right. Hold on. I'm just gonna roll for them naturally. I'm gonna forget this. I gotta write it down. Let's see. It was. Let's see. Tim, you're up first, right? You had the highest dex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Tim,
it's-
Cedric, me.
Cedric. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
think we got the order. So, get back to this. First up is this individual directly behind Sir Bryce. Having noticed you all coming, he has already drawn his spear, and he's going to step in front of his commanding officer and push towards you, Giorgio, with the spear. Oh, I don't want to do this, but I can't have you touch it all, Commander. And he is wrong one. He is going to come at you with the spear. Getting a 12 to hit, which I don't think hits, does it?
12 does not.
Okay. He pushes forward with both hands, but you easily duck out of the way, and it just barely grazes over your leather coat. And that is unfortunately it for him. And Tim, you are up.
Okay. All right. So just to make sure, I have a straight line to the guy directly in front of me, right?
Not in this area because there's a wall in front here. It's open.
Oh, I see it. Okay,
yeah,
now
it's
I see
open
it.
where
Sorry.
it's crumbled. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
this is. Yeah, I was thinking we would be stacked like this. Like even if Cedric was one square closer to Scrollneck,
Right.
that would be, I think, the way that we would come in 2 by 2. You know.
Yeah, the door is open. Like if you wanted to come through here, but yeah, you couldn't shoot through this solid wall. That's full cover.
Okay. Let me just double check my spells real quick. Okay. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 5, 10, 15 here, and now I'm gonna cast a firebolt on this guy right here.
Who are you casting it on?
Oh, it's not pinging it. Sorry. The one that's
The knight or the
the knight.
Sir
Yeah,
Bryce.
Sir Bryce?
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for firebolt.
Of course, when it matters. 11.
Sir Bryce sees you begin to charge through the front door, seeing the arcane energy sail up the stairs, and he pushes forward with his shield and bats it away with ease as the embers spread across the stone and masonry. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good for now.
Okay. Cedric, you are up.
Yeah, I am going to look directly at Sir Bryce, and I am going to attempt to cast a guiding bolt straight at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for guiding bolt.
Well,
Same thing. He steps forward with the big kite shield on his left arm and pushes through as the radiant energy springs out across the steel, attempting to use the radiant light against a holy man. How foolish are you?
pretty dumb. And I'm actually just gonna cast a spiritual weapon behind him now.
Okay.
So kind of close to where like to complete a little L shape of sort. Yeah.
Right there. Okay.
Yep. And it's gonna attack on the same turn.
Okay.
Ooh, how about a 22?
22 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
10.
10. Okay. Hold on 1 second here. you summon your spiritual. I don't know if you gave it a shape or anything like that, or club. You see this spectral club take form directly behind Sir Bryce, and right as he moves forward to stop your bolt of radiant energy, the club comes down behind him and strikes him square in the back of the shoulder, almost taking him to one knee. Ugh! But he manages to remain on his feet. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna say I am a holy man. That part was true, and I'm just gonna leave it as so.
Okay. Georgio, you are up then.
So this guy's right in front of me.
Right.
I will.
He's
I'm just
actually
gonna-
right there. I'm sorry, he's in that same space directly in front of you. It was a little off.
Yeah. So this guy's right here. I would like to. Let me see. 1 second. Look at this. Going to attempt to grapple. So
Okay.
just regular attack. Unarmed strike. This.
12 to hit?
Yeah.
You go out to grab onto their shoulder and get a handle on their chainmail, but he manages to pull away and bat your hand away with the edge of the spear. And no luck. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay.
Or I guess can I still do an offhand?
Yeah, your grapple was your action. You can
my
still
action is to basically attack.
it's still an attack, so you could swing with your offhand if you wanted to.
Okay, and that's just a d20, right?
Right. I believe you wouldn't add your. Yeah, you go to swing after missing the grapple, but the guard again is very proficient with the spear and managed to bat your hand away with ease. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Not this turn, no.
Okay. At this point, one of his comrades is going to step forward. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Scrawlneck's not up yet.
Yeah, he would blast out with it.
Does the spiritual weapon get attacks of opportunity? You know?
I don't believe so. Well, let me check.
I don't think it does either, but I just wanted to confirm.
No, it doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. All right. Having seen the bolt of fire come through the door, this guard here is going to step out towards you, Tim, and charge with his spear. Not rolling very well. He goes forward with two hands and goes to stab, but you easily step out of the way as the horses are angry that they can't get away from the walls of the chapel. But yeah, he will stop there, and now Sir Bryce is up. He is going to let's see here. All right. He is going to step forward towards Georgio, you, and Scrawlneck, and he's going to take his first swing of the greatsword, attempting to protect his young charge here, and he's He draws his great sword up overhead and comes and swings down on you. Missing like a son of a bitch. God, man. You guys are tanks, but
You're
they
good.
can't hit worth a shit. He misses his first strike, but he's going to try to hit you again with his second strike. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
17 hits? Okay. You take 13 points of slashing damage as the greatsword
shit.
comes down hard on your shoulder, digging a deep groove from shoulder down to almost to your navel.
Reducing it by. Well,
Okay.
I didn't put this in here.
Oh my god.
I thought it would roll it.
Whole
I thought it would roll it.
Whole thing.
I thought it would roll it if I clicked.
No, I think you have to actually pick it in the description.
Right.
Okay.
In the description if you hit 1d6 or whatever it is now.
If I click on this, did that do it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
reduce it by 6. Okay.
Reduce it by 6. Thank you.
Right. So the initial strike was 13, and you would reduce that
Seven.
by 6. So yeah, you would take 7 slashing damage as the blade comes down, but you feel the psionic barrier between this heavy piece of forged steel in your chest, perhaps glancing off the a good chunk of the damage. And at this point, he is he's going to steadfast and look to his comrades, and he is going to use his special ability, leadership. Cries out to his charges, "Gentlemen, do not fear these deceivers. They shall not defile this holy place. Saint Vitruvio and Saint Anna is with us. The sacred flame, the light of the flame is with us." As you feel they're encouraged by his strong words. And at this point, one of the other guards is going to step forward, hearing this rousing. And I don't... Okay. He can't... Let's see. 5, 10, 25. He can't get quite through to you all because you're kind of pinched in that corner. But, so he's going to come and help his comrade out here with you, Tim. And he's going to strike out with a longsword against you. Getting a natural 20. Doing 10 slashing damage as he comes down with the longsword against your armor plating.
Okay.
But that is the end of his turn. Would somebody like to command Skrawlneck here?
Did you want to do it?
Yeah, sure I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna rage with Skrawlneck.
Okay.
And then go into... Oh, geez. Which one did he usually go into? Did he usually go into...
He almost always used claws. He used tail a good bit because it helps with AC, but claws is for deals a ton of damage, and I feel like probably that's what we would want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so probably go into claws here.
Okay.
And then going to go and attempt to just attack Sir Bryce here
Okay.
directly. So first attack. Oh, I don't have anything. Or do I have the ability to just roll directly with his?
Yeah, you should be able to. There you go.
Look at that.
Okay, so a 13.
That's not a natural. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, dirty 20. All
Mhm.
right. So 20 dealing 6 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And then attack again. Would that also be with the claw?
Yeah, you would get 3 attacks with the claw, I believe, or yeah, 3.
So an 18.
And then you're offhand. So you get 2 attacks with the claws with your main action. Let me double check. I don't remember if an 18. Yeah, an 18 just hits.
Okay, and then 1 offhand regular attack.
Yeah. So this one would just be a straight D20 roll, because you don't get your modifier for it. So,
Okay.
or I'm sorry, you don't get your
Um,
proficiency for it with the offhand, but you get the modifier, his strength modifier, because he has dual wielder.
Okay, can I?
So just roll again,
strength.
but just -2 from to hit.
-2 from it.
Yes.
Okay, so at 22.
20, yeah, 22 hits for another 10. Wow. Holy crap, that was a strike.
So who's this that you're hitting?
This is that Sir Bryce.
Yeah, nice. Kill him.
You see
Yeah,
Sir
he's sick as
Bryce,
Shit.
or you see Skrullneck cry out with rage and anger as the claws draw out with just successive, terrifying strikes against this heavily armored enemy, taking off chunks of metal from this armor-plated knight. But at this point, I don't think there's anything else you can do. But
I don't think so. I don't think he has any
No,
bonus
'cause
actions
you-
or anything.
well, you used your bonus action with the offhand.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Or wait, you raged, right?
Yes.
So you wouldn't get your offhand because you bonus action raged.
Those
Oh,
last-
okay.
So that last
the
one,
third
yeah.
attack is a bonus action.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll scratch that one. I just thought about that.
Boo.
At least on that turn, you can do it on the next one.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah.
Right, I forgot,
16
because you have to use a
damage or
bonus
whatever
action to
is pretty
rage.
good.
At this point, Sir Bryce is looking very bloodied. He
Good.
took quite a beating. At this point, the other guard is going to come up and strut forward here, and he's going to get just into this corner. I will give you partial cover, Giorgio, since this is
Okay.
inconvenient.
Yep.
Let's see.
What, partial
Is
cover is
it-
a +2?
+2. But he just rolled... He rolled a natural 19 +2.
So just a 19.
That'll hit.
So, yeah, so that would still hit.
Yep.
He stabs through, even though there is cover. Stab through with the spear to get you. Doing 8 points of piercing damage with the two-handed spear. As he drives it through the gap to catch you in the side. At that point, we are back at the top of the round with this particular guard out here by Tim. And he's going to just drive home another spear attack at you. Let's see. Does a 12 hit? I don't think it does.
17.
No, you drive home, but it catches in your heavily plated armor. As he attempts to move forward. Wait, hold on one sec. I forgot about leadership. Shit. It's roll bright. I can hear. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna invoke the leadership that he got. Wait, no, because 12. He wouldn't hit either way, so screw it. He wouldn't hit either way. I think about it. 'Cause he rolled a 12. Even if he rolled a 4, it would still be 16. So Tim, you are up. You have
Okay.
2 chain armored guards in front of you, or chain armored individuals, or escorts, I should say. I keep calling them guards. They're like escorts or squires.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a disadvantage anyway. 'Cause all right. So regular action is I'm going to there's a disadvantage, right? Because he's mermaid. I'm just gonna try to cast fireballs again. That's all I really can do.
Okay.
Yeah, within 5 feet. Can you pull out your, what's it called, and blast him with some fire? Just put it like right
Yeah,
here.
That's gonna be my next thing I'm gonna do. But even if I do that, I can't attack this turn anyway with them. That's what I'm gonna do my next turn.
You can't summon and attack it and attack with it in the same turn.
We talked about that like the last session. I tried doing that. I'm not allowed to do that
Thought
because
we.
that's my. I'm pretty sure I can't do that. I thought that's what the whole.
Where's-
I
Hang
think
on,
we
look at it again.
Yeah, look at it again. I thought we. I can't remember what we decided on that. I thought we said it could attack in the same turn, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah, just pull it up so
I
we can
think
check.
getting it out is probably good anyway, because like your
Right.
fireballs. Yes. I would think that getting that out, and if there's a way that you can disengage, so it's a spell that you have to. It's a spell, right?
Well, it's a class feature. The cannon.
Sure, feature. Okay, that's.
You learn how to blah, blah, blah.
Cannon.
Action.
Take an action.
Is it a
Okay.
bonus action to command it?
I thought so, because you can attack and also.
It's a bonus action to command it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
it's
you
an
can- you
action
can-
to summon it and a bonus action to command it.
It's a bonus
Yeah.
action. Oh, sorry. Hold on, I'm misreading it.
It says Eldritch Cannon Flamethrower action.
It said no. It says action type 1 bonus action is what it is, but then
Okay.
bonus action itself is to create the cone of fire, and then the cannon can walk or climb up to 50 feet as part of the bonus action. So it's a bonus action to summon it, and then
Okay.
the cannon itself has a bonus action that I can do. 2 things in it.
Yeah. What was confusing me under Eldritch Cannon, it says action,
Right.
which is
Eldritch
weird. Yeah, that's.
Cannon. The wording for Eldritch Cannon is
Yeah, I think that's wrong then. If
using. You can take an action to magically create a small or tiny Eldritch Cannon in an unoccupied space on a horizontal surface 5 feet of you.
so, it is an
So-
action to summon.
It's an action
Well-
to summon it. I think it's a bonus action to switch to. That's what the it's an action to summon it, and then it's a bonus action to use any of the attacks.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So
then
you could
that's
attack
what
on the
it's-
same turn.
All right.
Yeah. So I
then,
think I think probably what happened is you might have used your bonus action for something else already.
Right.
I can think because the way that I'm reading this here, it's 2 separate.
Oh shit! Hold on 1 second.
All good. This short intermission brought to you by Baby.
I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up here
Okay.
soon-ish. But I can. All right. So let's do the action. I'll do action. Bring out the cannon.
Okay.
But let me just double check which one I want to do. Give me 1 second.
You can place it wherever it's within the.
Mhm. So actually, I'm not gonna do the flamethrower one. I'm gonna create the force ballista one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
Where would you?
So then
Or
I'm
you can
gonna
move the
put
cannon.
it-
You should have control of it. There you go.
I'm gonna do it right here, and then I'm gonna attack the 2 guys in front of me.
Attack 2 or just attack 1?
It's a cone. I'm pretty sure it's a cone, if I'm not mistaken, with his attack. Give me a second.
We'll check that one. I thought the flamethrower was a cone.
Flamethrower is a cone.
Oh,
Force
shit.
ballista.
You're right. Sorry. It is a cone.
You can change it. I don't care which one you summon. Yeah, the Force Ballista is a singular strike.
Okay, then yeah, we'll do flamethrower and then we'll flip it and then we'll do bonus action to try to burn them, the two of them.
Okay.
So it's a deck save.
Deck save? Okay, what's the DC?
14.
14. One succeeds, one fails.
All right,
So
so
we'll say this guy fails,
Whoa.
this guy succeeds.
one takes 7, one takes 4.
Okay. So the one that succeeds takes 4. Should have marked these guys. I can't remember which one's which. They're all at full health right now because they haven't been attacked. But I'm trying to keep track of which one's which. I just marked him A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So give me a sec.
Take your time.
Remember that one was that, and then the one. Okay, got it. Okay, so this is A and B. I'm gonna say A is on the. Yeah, A is on the left because he acted first, so he failed. So he takes 7, correct? Yes. And decides to work today. There we go. And the other one took 4, so he's a. Okay. So the one on the left is not able to dodge out of the way as the cannon exudes a cone of fire spreading over the top of them, basically melting their chainmail almost melting it into a solid piece and liquefying part of it. The one guy is not looking good. The other one is he's hurt, but he's not like severely hurt.
Good, as they should be.
But the one on the left is looking pretty singed. He's looking like a heavily burnt piece of steak right now, covered in a melted tin can. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. Cedric, you are up.
So, quick question.
Okay.
I'm not sure how like the front steps are. Is there a way that I could go ahead and just move like around this guy and into the backside of the chapel? Or into the chapel? I'm not sure how it would work with kind of where like this diagonal is between these two.
You would
Yeah, it would be tough. You would definitely provoke as long as you didn't move outside their melee range, but
if you go from here to here, you would get to.
Yeah, I plan on taking an attack of opportunity in this process. That's fine.
So are you trying to like leap off of something, or are you trying to like do a running long jump over onto the like how are you?
I don't know if I can. I'm not sure the like structure of these steps, how high up they are, what they would be, if I'd be able to easily move into the chapel. I'm basically just trying to make my way behind Sir Bryce
We'll
at this point.
say average steps are probably 8 to 12 inches. So just for the sake of math, we'll say it's probably about a 3-foot elevation change from ground level here to the top of the third step. Plus maybe another 6 inches. So maybe like 42 inches. I would say if you're trying to do that, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Just to see if you can make that jump. So.
Do I have inspiration? I don't think so.
No. You go to make this jump and you clear it, but your foot catches on the edge of this lip here, that 6-inch lip above the step. And we'll say you make it here, but you are prone. You do fall on your face as the edge of your boot catches that. So where did you start at? Here or here?
It was that second square.
Okay, so this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, I don't think I could get up in this turn.
No, you wouldn't be able to get up at this point. So you are prone right now, having, the edge of your boot catching the lip of that stair entry. But you still have your action and your bonus action, but you couldn't quite get past to get the opposite side.
I can still cast while prone. There's nothing against that necessarily, right?
Yeah, you could still cast. I think it's just melee strikes that you would have disadvantage. Yeah. So you could still.
And it sucks. I'm assuming I can't see Sir Bryce.
You could barely catch the outside of his shoulder, maybe. I would definitely give him partial cover for that position if you were to try to throw out a ranged attack. Well, you're within 5 feet, so it would have disadvantage either way.
I have Warcaster.
Oh, that's right, because you're within. Yeah, okay. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. But he would have partial cover due to that wall here.
I'll let you decide. How would it work exactly for Toll the Dead since it takes a wisdom saving throw?
A wisdom save? I mean, it's just a saving throw. It's not. You're not going to be at disadvantage with that one if it's a spell. If you want to use Toll the Dead, go for it.
Yeah, then I'm going to attempt to just use Toll the Dead on him.
You just have to be able to see him, that's all.
Right, you just have to have eye contact. So you could probably see the edge of his shoulder here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So what's the DC?
It's a 13.
He gets a 14.
Of course he does. That's
yes.
Cool.
Yeah, he's he does have pretty good wisdom.
Okay. I'm still gonna. Oh, I can't move my spiritual weapon. Move my spiritual weapon basically just up 10 directly to the right. And still attempt to hit Sir Bryce.
Right here?
Up 1 square.
Oh, okay, diagonal to him.
Yeah, and still attempt to hit Sir Bryce.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage. Or roll to hit. Yeah.
7.
You go to swing down, and he's learned after the first strike and manages to step aside between the strikes from Skrullneck and the previous strike from your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, that's dumb. Okay. There's nothing else I can do this turn at all.
Okay.
So.
All right, Giorgio, you are up.
Okay. I am going to just try and attack Sir Bryce.
Okay.
No grapple or anything, just a regular attack.
Unarmed attack.
Yep.
Go for it. 19 to hit?
Yeah.
He's going to burn his reaction and use parry to raise his AC. So that just misses.
Okay.
As he raises his shield to parry your arm just as you're about to strike his face.
Okay, I would like to... hang on one second. Let me look at this. Make sure that I'm doing this right. Where is... Yeah. So I'll do the offhand attack, which is just a d20.
Yeah, I'm afraid you go to strike with the offhand, and he's beginning to watch your fighting style as the shield comes down directly in front of it, and you strike square into the shield with no damage whatsoever.
Okay, I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
And then try Apple.
Try to grapple him.
Yeah, so this is
Okay.
going to be a regular attack again.
Okay.
Unarmed fighting gives this.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So you have him grappled.
Okay. Perfect. And so now I've got him. And then. Now. No, that's it. That's fine. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. This point, the guard over here in front of you, between you and Cedric, sees you try to jump over behind him to get flanking on Sir Bryce, spins around and comes down with advantage with the spear on you, Cedric. Getting a natural 19 on the dice for a 21 to hit. He comes down on that one. Too bad. You take 4 points of piercing damage as the spear penetrates between the scale plates of your armor.
Not bad.
And at this point, he is finished up, and Sir Bryce is up. He's going to raise his great sword, and pound the hilt against his chest, and you see this warming light begin to pour out between the fingertips and the blade. This not unfamiliar to you, Cedric, a very warming, healing light against his chest. And I'm sorry, not roll for this. This is a feature. He's going to heal himself up here. Up a little bit there. And then he is going to come down. Does grapple doesn't cause disadvantage for strikes, does it?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
Okay. You just can't move
No,
out
he's
of
just-
the... You just can't move.
Yeah, he just can't leave.
Okay. He's... With
Got
that,
him.
with you holding onto his shoulder, he's going to come at you for trying to hold on to him. Not able to hit with that first strike, as he comes down and swings over the top of your head wildly. Second one is a 17 to hit. 17 hits. Can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It-
Sorry, I didn't hear your microphone. That is, again, 13 points of slashing damage with the greatsword as he comes down, missing with the first strike, but using that as a counter to where you've got yourself positioning, coming down hard with the second strike. Again, let me see.
Damage. Let me see. what
His
I've got.
leadership does not recharge, so
He, on as a reaction, I will need to second wind.
second wind is a bonus action, isn't it?
Let me look. But it is a bonus action, so
Right.
and that wouldn't do anything anyway. Because I was thinking reduced damage. Like I'm gonna have no, I'll have to. The reaction is the psionic dice, so I'm gonna do that again then.
Okay.
Second wind is for a heal, not for reducing
Right,
damage.
right. It's just healing.
Where is
to
Where-
spell slot free
Reaction.
healing.
Yeah. Protected field. 3. Not great. But
So
that
we're- means you're still standing.
yeah. 10 damage there. I'm gonna need some help.
Yeah, you see the great sword come down hard.
No,
up-
sorry. So Stone's Endurance is what I was looking for.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, go
I knew I had
ahead.
another one that wasn't a dice.
Right.
but
What is
It's fine.
Stone's
It's
endurance?
1d12 plus 0 instead of 1d6 plus 2. Higher, but
And
like
it is
it's,
a reaction or is it a bonus action?
it's also a reaction. Both of those are reactions.
Okay. So are you going to
But-
use the psionic dice or are you going to use Stone's endurance?
I'll use the dice. The dice is fine for right now.
Okay.
I'll save Stone's Endurance for another one.
Okay. So Sir Bryce is finished with his turn. And his companion over here, one of his escorts, sees you grappling, or sees you being grappling on his commanding officer, and is going to try to spear you, Georgio. Getting a dirty 20 to hit.
Does.
Dealing 3 points of piercing damage.
3. Exactly 3?
Exactly 3. He rolled a 1
Come
on the
on,
dice
man.
plus 2. It was a plus 2 to hit because he, or you're down?
Yep.
Alright. He comes around. Hands off the captain! And he comes in and pierces you strongly in the side. Maybe not getting full piercing, but enough to knock the wind out of you as you fall, releasing their commanding officer. That being said, Skrulnik, you are up. Or who would like to roll for Skrulnik?
I still have up his sheet. I can go ahead and make the 3 attempts.
Okay.
First one, damn, 22.
22. Yeah, that hits. And he's already burned his reaction, so yeah.
All right, 6.
6. Okay.
Second attack is only a 12.
12, unfortunately, does not. He raises the shield and bats away the claw.
And then it's third attack, but we're
Now you
taking away
get it.
2, right?
Right, because it's
Yep.
not proficient.
19, so...
19 minus
17?
2, 17. Just misses.
18 says AC, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So manages to come down with the claws, and the other 2 are batted away with the shield now that he's released from Giorgio's grasp. And then last one is Guard Boy over here beside Tim is doesn't know what to do with this cannon that just fired on them, but is sees the individual casting and is going to try to stab at you, Tim, with a spear.
Okay.
Getting a 14 to hit. I don't think that hits.
No, sir.
So they are finished, and the other individual, the other guard here, I'm sorry, it's this one right here, is going to come through. He's seen Giorgio go down and can't really get past. Well, I guess he could.
Just a heads
and-
up, after my next turn, I gotta
Okay.
go.
Right. He's gonna step around this side here to flank you, Cedric. But I believe you're still prone, correct?
Yes? Yeah.
Yeah, because your turn would come up next, so you're still
Yeah,
prone.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you used Toll the Dead, because it didn't have any type of penalty. He's going to come down on you with a spear. Still not managing to hit with advantage. As he gets a 14 to hit, I don't believe that meets your AC.
No, it doesn't.
No, okay, so he is not able to hit, which would bring us back to Tim.
Okay. Alright, well. Alright, since Cedric is directly in front of me now,
Right, that would negate any disadvantage you have from range because you have they offset because you have flanking.
oh, I did not know that. I was thinking of it regarding the
It would just be a
the
normal
for my,
roll. 'Cause you have
no, for my cannon. That's
oh,
my problem.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because
alright,
he would need to
well,
make the save.
Okay, well, regardless, we'll figure out the cannon after. I'll take a shot, and again with a firebolt, and hopefully it hits. We'll see what happens. I doubt it.
Which one are you attacking?
The one that's directly in front of me.
The flanking one? Okay, so you would just
Yeah,
roll
flanking one.
normally because,
Okay.
yeah, you have disadvantage for the range, but you have advantage because of the flank.
Okay. Hey, there we go.
Hey, roll for damage. That, yeah, 100% hit. You put your hand up, and as the escort begins to trip over the steps in Cedric, you let loose a blast of flame. Roll for damage. And you set him up like a cinder box.
I just put my hand in front of his face,
He
and I
is
just go,
Dracarys.
completely engulfed in fire and is reduced to a smoldering pile of ash and melted metal.
fucking fantastic.
Great strike. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, then we'll go with my let's see.
And he's just prone, right? Have you taken any damage at all, Benji?
4.
Yeah,
Not
like
a lot.
you're just prone. Like it's not a big deal.
Do what you need.
No, it's fine. I won't do anything because I don't want to use my cannon to hit.
Dexterity. And he's got a +2 to the save. Like, how much damage?
I mean, at most, I mean, I could do 16 to him.
Yeah. He'll be all right.
No, I'm not gonna attack him. I'm just gonna.
Bless you.
Yeah, I'll just
Bless you in
I'll
this holy place.
I'm just gonna I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Cedric, you are up.
Alright.
I'm gonna get up. Oh,
Okay, so that's half your movement to get up.
Just shoot
Still
me a
have-
message or drop in Discord if you need anything else or whatever. Sorry,
Okay,
I'm gonna break
well-
the cameras, but I gotta go.
He's shiny.
Okay,
brother.
no
Look, man.
problem, man.
Alright.
Have a good evening.
I mean, do we want to just freeze this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll start back with you if you're okay with that, Cedric, or do you want to finish the
that's
rotation
fine.
once?
no, we can go ahead and just take it from where we are now.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. Well, I guess we'll
So
just
suspenseful. It's like the end of Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z. Not sure what's gonna happen.
Next time on
next
Drakenheim.
time on yeah.
Drakenheim Z, I like it. That's a good one.
Drakenheim. There's the title of the episode. All right, guys, that was some goody.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty intense
Thank
all
you,
of a
Zapper.
sudden.
Sorry we
Yeah,
had to
no.
freeze it like this.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
man, I'm sorry.
Shit happens, man. Got to deal with the baby.
Kids.
That's way more
Let me
important.
tell you.
Yeah, hopefully, in a couple months, then when he actually starts sleeping through the night, he won't have to. That's what it is, because he has to eat every 3 hours. That's what's the hard part
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the
Okay. Well, you guys,
level
we'll see
one
y'all later.
human to deal with right now.
Oh, yeah.